Hello. Today I am offering an Emdeko. This is really a super machine. It is a zigzag, an automatic zigzag, and it also has a door here, which when you open it up, that's where you put cams. So you can do decorative stitches automatically. And this actually, I did purchase the full set. And these look like they were never ever used. I mean, when you look at them, the bottoms are shiny. Everything, they are like brand new. So, of course, when I put together a collector's set, I always try and get the absolute best that's on the market. Here's the case top. And again, I mean, there isn't a mark on it. It looks brand spanking new. And I also do tend to find manuals, and I like to make sure that they have color front pages, and so it's for this machine specifically, and so it'll teach you exactly how to use the machine, cams and all. And so I print it and then I put it in a nice photo album. I actually have to expand the photo album, then it only comes with 24 pages, and this is a much thicker manual, so I kind of zigzag it together and make a manual for you. And so this machine is just, it is just so charming, and it makes the best stitches. I didn't do anything to the base other than clean it real well. It looks in pretty good condition, and so I thought, well, I'll leave that alone. But what I did do is the top, okay, I'm back. Unfortunately, the recording stopped. And so here is the top. What I did was I found this material online, loved it, and copied it and made it, printed it out, and decided to decoupage the top. And it turned out pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty darn good. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did also put, this is a tape measure. I thought it was cute. I put it on the front so you'll know with just looking at it. If there's no tape, that's the back. If there's tape, you know, it's the front side. So, anyway, so I did that refurbishment on the top. And so, let me go over the features of this machine. I already talked about the cams. It does also have where you can change the placement of the needle, whether you want a left, middle, or on the right. And so it'll make a different stitch based on where your needle position is as well on the cams. The tension, I had to completely redo that tension, and it's working flawlessly now. And of course, it's got a new needle. And I only use LEDs with all of my vintage machines. And so there's an LED in here. It's an E17 size. And so that will probably never burn out for you. The motor is encased, so it's a little bit more modern of a machine. And this is your stitch length. Reverse button, of course. You've got your up and down for your feed dogs, so that if you want to do darning or free motion, you can. And then, of course, here is the guide for the bobbin threader, and it works perfectly. I did have to thread the bobbin. The only issue here is this. Someone had bent it completely down on purpose, and that's not the way it works. You know, what I find with these old machines is people, they didn't work well for some reason, and it was usually user error, and they'd start messing with things. And so I bent it back as much as I dare. It should be straight up and down, but it functions fine at this way. If you ever run into one, you can always replace it, but they're kind of hard to find. So I was very careful. I would not bend it anymore, or I'm sure it will break. You know, you can't move metal back and forth. This is the pressure on your presser foot. If you push it, let's see, some of them are pushed down and some are, I had it up earlier. There we go. It is, it's pushed down. If you push it down, it releases. So there's almost no pressure on the presser foot. And so all the way down is the maximum pressure. So depending on what fabric you're using is when you want to use that. If you're using a silks or satins or nightgown type of material, you want to have very light pressure. If you're doing denim, you want it heavy pressure. And so this is a dual needle, so you can have two different threads on it. That's why there are two thread spools, and there's two guides here, and then everything else would go together, and you would thread then each needle. And so it comes down, it comes around, then you've got to come behind this. This is the check spring. It's got to come behind it, then under this arm, up through the needle thread bar, or needle bar, then down here, and there is a thread guide inside here, you see. It just kind of goes in there automatically when you come down, and then it has a thread guide here, and then it threads that way from left to right. And let's see, I'm at 5 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and let me talk about a few other things. There is a knob here. When you push it in, it locks your zigzag, so that you use this lever to move it from 0 to 4. But this is only what you only do this when you're doing zigzag or satin stitches. If you're using the cam, it will do it automatically for you. So you leave it at 0 if you're using a decorative stitch cam. And then it's got different colors here, and I believe that the 12 is probably for more of a standard length. I don't know though. I'd probably need to read the manual. And then I think this is for buttonholes, and of course 0 is for buttons. So it says stitch per inch down here in green. This is very pretty. Okay, so I think I've gone over the machine enough. It does have a standard mechanical foot, presser foot. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and then I'll start again and do some stitches with it so you can hear it run and watch it go. Thank you. Bye.